Yo dog, we heard you like observation, so we put a platform in so you can observe the observatory. Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother and welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy. In the last episode, we arrived here at the Common Observatory and met Rosalina and all the Lumas and discovered that we need to return the Power Stars to the Common Observatory so that these guys can head back home and so that we can rescue our favorite pink little princess, Peach. And in order to do that, we are in this episode, we're going to be starting off the real levels of this game and entering this dome, the Terrace.
Welcome! This dome acts as an eye of the observatory. From here we can gaze upon distant galaxies. Once this Luma transforms into a
oh gosh, I pressed A too many times, I'm sorry guys, but here we go! That cute little blue Luma has turned into something marginally less cute, meaning that we can begin the game. And is that the same black Luma that was out by Rosalina? How did you get in here, man? I was in here first.
These are the galaxies that can be observed from this dome. The numbers represent their distance from the observatory. The bigger the number, the greater the distance. The more power stars you find, the farther you'll be able to travel.
And with that, we can only open up one galaxy here. Just like Bob on Battlefield or Bianco Hills, we can only open up the Good Egg Galaxy. And man, does that sound fun. Here we go. Let's get started with the first galaxy.
Yes, it's undeniable. We're detecting power star energy patterns in the nearest galaxy. But I must warn you that the evil energy readings are off the charts. Please be careful. Evil energy readings? Are you kidding me? This place looks so green and peaceful and amazing. There's even a Yoshi egg here. How could it possibly be evil if there's a Yoshi egg chilling there? But regardless of whether it's evil or not, we are getting started with the first mission of the Good Egg Galaxy, which is going to be Dino Piranha. Welcome to the galaxy. Here we are in the first real level of Super Mario Galaxy. We are now officially out of tutorial mode, and we have reign over everything that we do. So what I'm gonna do right off the bat, I'm gonna skip through the flowers with all the butterflies and collect me some shiny little candies. And yeah, collecting star bits right as soon as you get started, even though I mentioned it sarcastically there, is actually very important, so make sure you do plenty of that. But right off the bat, we can triple jump on top of this house and find ourselves the first secret of the game before even completing the first real level of the game. And whoa, this place looks awfully shady. Not sure I want to be here, but there's a big shiny coin, so let's go ahead and collect it. And whoa, look at this. This is actually something this game introduced that I like a lot. Listen. I was trying so hard right there to keep that like in the actual beat of the song, but I kept missing notes and stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys. I'm a terrible DJ. I'll stick to Let's Playing and I won't do anything else. So that is the first secret that you can get here in Super Mario Galaxy, and it gives you a 1-up. Unfortunately, 1-ups are not all that important in this game. Every single time you reset, your lives get reset to like 4 or whatever the default is. So I'm not gonna bother too much with going out of my way to get 1-ups. If they're there, I'll pick them up. Why not? But in general, it's just really not that important to grab as many of them as you can. What do you... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. There are about 8 different ways to get around this planet. And this is a very, very good way to show off some of the mechanics of Super Mario Galaxy. And I applaud the game designers for doing it, because we have that pipe to go from one side to the other. We have the secret. We have the jumping around the world. And we have the given pathway. To pick up starbits scattered around the galaxies, touch them with your... Collect 50 to get a 1-up, and it really wouldn't hurt to store some up. And this guy is not lying. Grab as many star bits as you can, starting right here with this block that'll give you a whole bunch of them, and then explode into even more star bits. This game hands them out like the candy that they are, and it's something we should be grateful for, because they will be very, very useful later on. But for now, let's just go ahead and continue with the level. I guess we'll come out here and grab these. Wow, look at the shape of this platform. Imagine back in 2007 when this game came out. Oh my god, I feel old. But imagine back in 2007, you're used to just straight platforms with Mario, no surprises, no exceeded expectations in that way, and then all of a sudden that twisty platform piece of thing comes out of nowhere and just blows your mind, and then a giant peanut. A giant peanut, guys, come on! What could you ask for more in a game than a giant peanut with a bunch of, like, chocolate sauce scattered all over it, and then these gigantic Cocoa Puffs with red on the side? Oh my god, I'm getting hungry just looking at this. So hungry, in fact, that I forgot how to play this game. But when I was little and I was first playing this game, I always thought that these boulders were just, like, indestructible and that you had to get out of the way if they came up to... Oh my god, am I gonna die? Am I seriously gonna die? On the very first star of Super Mario Galaxy? This is awful! I just did a practice run of this level and didn't even get hit once. But I always thought these boulders were indestructible, but that is not the case. You can actually spin into their eye, that big red bit that looks like some alien egg sac or something like that, and you'll get a whole bunch of star bits. So once again, if you're collecting those, which you should be, or if you need them for a particular mission, which we might in just a moment, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, go ahead and make sure to do that, although it's very dangerous to get in the way of boulders. But you know Mario, he likes to live on the edge. That's just how he do. And look at these guys. They're like the little Zelda... Oh my god, they actually damage you? I had no idea. I thought they just slowed you down and were there to be annoying, like the things in Wind Waker that I can't remember the name of right now. But apparently that's not the case. Evidently those things are dangerous and should be treated as such, no matter how adorable they are. Let's just go ahead and get this vine out of here. Do it for the vine and continue on with our lives. Now... over here, I believe there is something secret, and get used to platforming in... Whoa, no, no, no! Oh my god! We almost just got spaghettified, guys. Why am I doing so terribly? This is awful. The Let's Play curse at its finest, my friends. But here, we have a secret, and I was going to say get used to platforming with those gravitational controls, because it is going to happen a lot. Right here, we've got ourselves yet another additional Mario, as the game would have it, and a bunch of switches, which are going to lead us to what? Who knows? Apparently this black hole, even though it's right there, is not strong enough to suck us in. That is the little black hole that, like, couldn't hold his own against the other black holes, so he's there hiding behind that platform. It's okay. I still respect you. I should probably fear you since you're a black hole, but I respect you. And anytime you see these little footprints running around in the sand, go ahead and kick the crap out of this bag, innocent as he might be. He wasn't even trying to hurt us, man. Mario is truly the greedy capitalist of the system. That is so disgusting. And perhaps Luigi is Lenin, and he is the one who represents true equality in this world, and I don't know what I'm talking about. All kinds of conspiracies, but seriously, that bag was just sitting there, and we just kicked his brains out for no reason, only for the sake of money. Regardless of all that, let's grab ourselves some star bits, fly through the air, and get to the meat of this mission. Oh my gosh, this is so adorable. What is this? Guys, I think we're witnessing birth, the miracle of life right now. No, go back. Go back to where you were. I don't want to... Wait, can I actually, like... You can't stand on top of him, can you? No, you can't. You just slide down the back. But this is Dino Piranha. Oh my gosh, dude, control your drool. I know you were just born and you don't know manners yet, but seriously, that is disgusting. Get out of here. If you can go on a rampage and walk, you can wipe your chin, and you have the ability to use napkins, my friend. But Dino Piranha is apparently really mad at us, and he just hatched out of his egg, so we're gonna take care of him the old-fashioned way. One Dino Piranha over easy, please. And that does it for the first level of Super Mario Galaxy. The first boss as well, and they're throwing a boss at us this early because we are the true bosses, and they just wanted us to be able to prove that. And there are a bunch of star bits here. We're almost up to 200, actually, and if you pay enough attention in these levels, you can get well over 200 in this very first level. But there we go, the first star of the game. And now we get to return peacefully to the Observatory, where this black fat Luma gets to chastise us for a little bit, perhaps. I don't know. Or maybe he's gonna reward us or something. What do you have to say? Because I know he says something at this point, I just can't remember what. No, let's not go ahead and save. Those are star bits. To Lumas, they are the tastiest, most delectable treats imaginable. Oh my god, he's... I'm sorry, guys. He's so cute. Look at him flapping his little Luma arm. Oh my god, that's adorable. Aim your at the screen and point your at them to pick them up. Once you have some, shoot them by aiming with your thing and pressing B. Of course, of course. And he's giving us a tutorial that I believe we've already been given in both the tutorial level and the first level. So now, even though we already knew all this, he's asking for payment for it. Alright, whatever. Go ahead and take some star bits, man. There you go. Greedy little piece of turd.
Tasty. Let's call those little morsels my fee for this lesson. You can also shoot them at enemies or feed them to a hungry Luma. Either way, I'm sure that Starbits will be a big help on your adventure.
Now, something I notice about the dialogue in this game, especially when it's teaching you stuff, they talk a lot in those symbols, and it simplifies stuff, but it's just kind of wacky how they say Starbits and then have a picture of Starbits. Well, that all aside, let's just go back to the Good Egg Galaxy and fry ourselves some nice eggs. Boiled eggs, hard-boiled eggs, sunny-side-up eggs, omelets, a snack of cosmic proportions. Speaking of food, this right here is my kind of mission, so let's get straight into it. That pink guy over there with the starbit little wand things looks pretty adorable, and you can actually collect starbits on your flight in. And speaking of collecting starbits, one other way to get them, stand in the middle of one of these rings. And no, it's not a ritual to summon a demon goat or anything like that. It is so that you may collect yet more starbits. Yep, every single one of those rocks will turn into one, and you will be able to get as many delectable, delightful treats as you would like. Now, we could go back in there and get that secret once again, but like I said before, one-ups are not all that imperative. What are imperative in this mission, at the very least, you saw that guy holding the starbit wands, and you saw how chubby he was, and how well-fed he is looking to be today, along with the fact that we just had that starbit tutorial. You know that there's going to be something going on with starbits, so we're going to have to collect a lot of them, specifically 100 of them before we get to a certain point of the level. Luckily, there are starbits galore in this level, and this is pretty much, well, I don't remember exactly the entire game since I haven't played Mario Galaxy in a long time, but this level might be one of the ones that I grind starbits on later in the game when we need them for extra stuff, which we will, by the way. If that isn't too much of a spoiler right off the bat, but I've said so many times that they are, they're really important, so I suppose it's not that big of a deal saying this. Let's go over here and grab this last... Oh, what? Where'd the crystal go? You're here instead?
I've got a hungry friend up ahead. You don't mind sharing your snacks, do you?
No. Well, my mommy always told me to share, and this guy is turning into 4 blue pole stars. He's ending his life as a Luma and becoming these stationary things that people just yank on all day so that we can feed his hungry friend. That is true friendship right there, guys. The lessons this game teaches you. So, yes, I will be willing to feed your hungry friend since you are so dedicated to him. Let's go ahead and grab yet more starbits, and I believe we can use this plant right here to destroy these other plants, and wow. We are bending this plant against its will to destroy its brethren. We are just so terribly evil. Go ahead and knock this Goomba out, and we're already above 100 starbits, and we've got like 2 planets that we could possibly go to get even more. So let's just go ahead and get out of here before we waste too much time on these delectable little treats. Now, if you want to go straight to the Hungry Luma, go ahead and spin when you're inside of this star, which I always forget to do the first time. But I'm not terribly interested in doing that right now. Actually, I want to go ahead and collect even more starbits over here. Nah, I just kind of wanted to show this planet off. So, how much... Boulder. That was a very bold move of you, friend, but I will be even bolder by smashing you into 1,000 pieces, and somehow you turn into candy when that happens. And there are, as you guys can see, a surplus of starbits. There's probably over like 350 by the time you get to this point. Is there anything interesting on this side? Nope, it looks like just more candy for us to pick up. Man. So, did I say... I just walked into that boulder. If I die on this planet just because I wanted to show it off, just because I wanted to show off where you can get more starbits, I'm going to be real disappointed in myself. Let's just get in this thing and continue on before we get embarrassed. If you don't have 100 starbits, you can use this launch star to keep going around and around and around and collect more, or you can just not worry about it and move on with your life. Actually, I'm going to try to... Oh god, okay. Here's something I'm going to show off right now, just for security. If you spin in the air and then hit the Z button, normally if you hit Z in the air, you'll just do a normal ground pound. But if you spin first, you'll do a homing attack, which will get you a coin.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Got any tasty starbits? If you feed me a bunch of starbits, I'll burst with snacky happiness and then transform.
I'm famished and he needs 100 starbits. My god. I don't even know where I'm keeping all these things, but you're about to eat 100 of them? Alright. Let's just pull out the starbits Gatling gun and hope he doesn't eat all the red ones, because those are my favorite. Dude, you're eating all the red ones. What's wrong with you?
I'm stuffed. Here we go. Transform!
And then... the dangers of overeating. A new planet was born. What is this? Okay, well, we just fed this guy way too much food and he transformed into a planet, ending his life as a Luma. And this planet looks kind of like a face now that I look at it. So, we are standing on our old friend's flesh right now. I don't know if he's still alive and sentient and can feel us on him. I sure hope not, because I've been having quite a few starbits myself. And I don't know, Mario, you look like you're packing on a pound or two there. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's just go ahead and hop up here and continue on with our adventure. You can actually kind of just skip stuff by wall jumping and pulling a bunch of fancy backflips like that. And now we're headed to the Great Pill of Space. And it's very therapeutic being here on top of this medicine because basically we're going to have to go all the way to the other side of this. We saw where the end was. It kind of dropped us off at the very end of this level. But we were only being tempted by the game at that particular point in time because we have an entire platforming segment left to go. And this is... you start to see how cool the gravity can kind of be. This was, well, it's a really, really common thing in games. I don't know if it was at this point, but Super Mario Galaxy, the platforming in this game is just flawless. I love it so, so much, and that will become evident as time goes on. If you go over here, you risk death by getting crushed by that big old yellow thing that looks like a Mega Block, but you also can grab yourself a nice one-up. And we've got 3 Goombas who are just chilling up here having a tea party or something. Is this like the Goomba Club? Is this like, instead of a tree house where kids have the no girls allowed sign, you guys have a no Marios allowed sign, and I just crashed in on your party? Well, I'll tell you what, Goomba, you know how you can use starbits to stun enemies? Oh darn, there's a pill casing. Whatever shall I do? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna bust through this glass at hyper speeds using my face because that is Mario's talent apparently. And we can go over here where the star is. We've got one last challenge, and what we need to do is collect these blue star chips to create the pole stars that we saw earlier in the level. And there's a black hole over there, so make sure you don't fall off of this. It's actually possible to fall off of this, and it's really... wait a minute. Hold on a second. Is this star low enough for... hold on, can I just... wow! What a fool I've been. I thought that you had to collect those pole stars, and I suppose that would make it easier and maybe a little bit safer so you don't fall in the black hole. But you can also just long jump and make it 100 times easier on yourself. And with that, we have discovered a new galaxy. So let's see what it is. It's located in the terrace, the one place we can go to right now. Thank you very much for that.
Well done, brave explorer. You've discovered a new galaxy. By collecting power stars will expand our range of vision, perhaps to eventually include the enemy base.
Ah, man, I feel like I'm a spy on a mission or something like that. Let's go ahead and save the game real quick and see what this new galaxy is, or at least see where it is. I'm not going to reveal it quite yet because we still have things to do here in the Good Egg Galaxy. In fact, I was going to end the video off because it's running a little bit long, but we've got one more mission, and why not? The start of Super Mario Galaxy deserves to be a huge one. So let's go back to the galaxy, make this a longer episode, and take on King Caliente's battle fleet. Here we go. And stuff is getting serious up in this game. We have got some straight battleships to battle, just as our little Italian plumber selves. We've got an army of Lumas behind us, though, that are totally going to help us, and a wizard, what's the name? Not a wizard, a witch. What am I talking about? A witch with magical cosmic powers who's going to help us, right? Nope, they are all just chilling back at the observatory, and every single thing is left up to us, but I don't mind, because I needed something to brush up my skills on. Now, we're on a planet full of coconuts. I'm sending out an SOS, guys. Planet full of coconuts. Actually, you know what? This is like, is there any water here? If there's any water, yep, there's water right here. This is my little oasis in the universe. I might just stay here forever and forever. But we have got places to go, so we're gonna have to come back to this hot little vacation spot later. And what is this dude doing right here? You look way too happy. No happiness of that level is allowed in my vicinity. Let's go ahead and stomp on the Goomba, and then, no! Ah, no! We allowed the Pokey to live. Come on. No, I didn't mean to do that. This is a really, really big Pokey, if I do say so myself. So, let's destroy him with the power of coconuts, the power of fruit, and continue on our merry little way. Right here, you're going to get launched into this launch star, or sling star rather, but don't go into it. There's actually a really, really cool secret down here that you're going to want to check out. You see, we are on the inside of this planet, and that gray stuff on the outside just looks so, looks disgusting, but I know that's just like filler to show that we're inside this planet right now. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a rainbow star to turn into Rainbow Mario, and we are indeed invincible, game. Thank you for the reminder. Smash through all the Goombas, take them all out. None of them deserve to be here right now. This is Rainbow Mario's house. My friends, you need to get out of it. Let's go ahead and smash through these chomps. And this is actually a really great way, once again, to get yourself some extra star bits. I couldn't remember the name for a second for whatever reason. So grab yourself those extra star bits. We've got some Goombas here, but I don't have time for these Goombas, man. There are battleships about. Goombas don't mean anything in comparison to battleships, and apparently you can't stand on top of these things. So maybe we do have time for Goombas, and I should just chill out or something. Let's go ahead and spin in the middle of these.
And spin in the middle of all these stone. Only these stone right here.
What is a these? What am I going on about? Probably nothing important, as per usual. Let's move over to this platform over here, jump up it, and these little squishy guys with the squishy noses are going to try to jump on us again. And man, is it me, or do these blue enemies remind you guys a ton of Shroobs from Mario and Luigi Partners in Time? I'm sure it's not just me, but they look really, really, really similar. I don't really mind it, though. They definitely look alien, although they still look like they fit in the Mario universe, so whatever. There is a nice, fat black hole waiting for us on the lower parts of this ship, but we're not going to worry about it because we have a Toad to save. What do you have to say to us? Attacks won't reach those mean-looking aliens, but here's a great idea. What if you tried to bounce something back at them? Not a bad idea, my friend. So let's go ahead and smack these guys with coconuts and defeat them just as well with the power of fruit. Once in a while, they'll shoot like asteroids at you, but those are not anything you want to mess with.
Nice work, but you gotta keep going.
Thanks for the words of encouragement, Toad. I really, really appreciate it. But there's a secret over here that you are not going to want to miss, which is... your health grew to 6. If it drops below 4, it will return to normal. That's right, it's a health mushroom that doubles your health. And something about Super Mario Galaxy that you'll notice compared to Sunshine or 64 or any of those games is... seriously? You're gonna punch me in the face like that? Don't do it, man. That is not very nice of you. Something you'll notice about Galaxy, like I was saying, as opposed to Sunshine 64, is that you only have 3 units of health, which I actually kind of like because it makes it so you can't just run around willy-nilly getting smacked in the face. And, you can double your health up for very dangerous stuff. Now, those things will give you coins if you shoot them with star bits, like I think I said before. I don't know.
Careful, there's big danger up ahead. If things get really bad, shoot a star bit at one of those lights on the ground.
And yeah, just like I was just saying. So, looks like we are here at a very daunting-looking planet. What could possibly be here? Whoa, looks like we're not dealing just with his battleship fleet. We are dealing with King Caliente himself, the Caliente Calamari. So let's go ahead and smack him in the face with coconuts. And these are like the most powerful weapons in the universe. Fear the coconut. Do not underestimate the coconut because it will destroy gigantic, imposing lava squids and everything else that stands in its way. And this guy, after you hit him a couple times, he will spawn those little lava bubble things that you're going to want to avoid, and he will get a little bit more difficult to hit with these coconuts. However, nobody can resist the power of the coconut. Resistance is futile against the strength of my coconut milk, which brings all the boys to the yard. I don't know what I'm talking about. But we defeated King Caliente, and let's go ahead and burn our butts. Why not? And can we hop into the star? Yes, we can! Pulsating red from the fiery pain that Mario just experienced, we got ourselves a star. And with that, we have completed every single mission in the Good Egg Galaxy. I don't want to save my game quite yet, but we have completed all the main missions at the very least in the Good Egg Galaxy. Look at that. Look at those nice 3 filled star slots up at the top there. And we have 4 stars. And we have another galaxy that has most recently appeared. And that we will be tackling in the next episode of Super Mario Galaxy. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the start of this project. And I will see you guys next time where we continue exploring the universe and access that brand new galaxy. So thanks once again for watching, and I will see you guys then.